What's up, guys? You probably are thinking about, man, I've been on this journey for so long, been trying to, stay consistent. I've been trying to stay focused. I've been trying to do this, do that. And funny thing is that I'm gonna be real with you guys. Right now, I'm struggling um, with my job right now. Well, not now, but I was. And I had a conversation with one of my coworkers the other day. And one thing I was telling him was like, yeah, man, I've been doing great for the past couple of months. And just automatically out of nowhere, I started off having a shitty month. And so I asked him, and I remember he was kind of joking about something. He was like, bro, we come here every day, do the same thing. And I was like, bro, what? It was like, bro, we show up to work, we do it our job, we go to lunch, we come back, we do the same thing, and we go home. And when he said that, it kind of grabbed my attention because I didn't really know what he was getting at because I was like, man, you know, I feel like a lot of the times I'm not getting the right customers coming in looking to, um, help me progress within the company. And at that point, me and him, we usually go on a lunch break or whatever like that. And so I asked him, and I was like, hey man, like, I see that you one of the, top dogs at the store. And, I really want to get to that place. I want to know, like, what am I doing that's not getting me there? And he was like, Q, look, bro, I'm going to be real with you. He said, bro, I told you, we come here, we do the same thing over and over and over. And at that point, I was like, okay, like, what do you mean by that? He was like, bro, look, I come here every day and my process does not change. I'm consistent with my process. Whatever I do the same exact thing the next customer, the customer after that, and the customer after that. Nothing within my pitch, nothing within my transactions change. Everything is consistent. I'm gonna bring up this, I'm gonna bring up that, I'm gonna bring up this, and I'm gonna bring up that on every single transaction. And I work a sales job, so you know, a lot of the times when you see a lot of these people who are excelling within these sales jobs, the reason that they're excelling in these sales jobs is because they have a routine. And I've talked about this, guys. I've talked about having a routine. The reason why some of the guys at my store, so at my store, we are actually one of the top stores in the enterprise, and we have a lot of growth that comes through the store every single day. And sometimes we have slow months, sometimes we have slow days, sometimes we have slow weeks. But the thing about it is that these guys have taught me about having a routine. So what I did was I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take what he said and I'm gonna do it. Now, even though I've been pretty much doing the things with my life, I've been making these videos consistently, I've been going to the gym consistently, I've been doing every single thing consistently. And one thing that I found out that I wasn't doing consistently was at my workplace. And so at that point, what I did, I said, this is what I'm gonna position first. Then I'm gonna position this. Then I'm gonna position that. And what happened was I started to get my routine. And also, the main thing that you wanna do, especially when you're excelling within a sales job, is that you want to give them a variety of things to, you know, um, choose from. And you pretty much are giving them the power to choose. You know, the main thing about sales is giving the customer the power to choose what they want. And something that I also talked to him about was that, I didn't really have that mentality of coming in and trying to run up my customer's bill. I'm thinking, okay, I'm trying to keep their bill low. I'm trying to, even it out. I'm not trying, like, nobody is gonna pay for, you know, $20, $30 more. And he was like, man, listen, I used to think the same thing. And I'm gonna shout my man out. I'm gonna shout my boy Josh out. He was like, hey man, listen, let me tell you one thing, bro. I used to do the same thing. But what you gotta understand is that these motherfuckers are adults. If you're working a sales job, bro, understand that these people are adults. So you are pretty much there to give them the service. And when I mean give them the service, you are there to give them a multi a multitude of options. You're there to give them multiple options that they can choose from. Now, you may bring up one thing and they say, yeah, I want that. You may bring up another thing and they say, nah, I don't want that. The main thing is about the service that you're giving and the value that it holds. So, for example, I ended up pitching something, and the way how it looked as if I'm trying to, I guess, get over on the customer, which in my eyes, I never try to get over on my customers ever. I would like to call myself a trustworthy and honest guy, and I just try to find the best solutions for my customers. But some people have trauma. Some people have experienced these situations where they may have been fucked over. So the main thing is that you want to, one, build that rapport. You want to build a connection. You want to be able to reach them and talk to them, understand their needs, find out what is it. Because it's either one or two things. One, it's either the price, or two, it's either the fucking price. So look, man, the main thing is that when you have a price, the price has to come up with the value. What are you selling? Why are you selling this? Why is this going to benefit me? Why me paying more for this? Well, how is it going to benefit me? That's what the customer is thinking. It's all about the customer's experience. So, what I did, I ended up taking this thing, and at first, I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a chance. And I ended up pitching everything that we pretty much had. And at the end of it, they actually walked away with more of the things that I pitched in them than what I used to get. Because what they saw was the value. I'm like, hey, listen, I understand that the price is going up here, but this is what you're getting out of this. You're getting A, you're getting B, and you're getting C. Now, I completely get it. You didn't come in here looking to possibly get your bill and everything sky high. But for the service, for the experience, this right here, you told me what you wanted. I got it at this. And also I may met a need that they wanted. Maybe they didn't want this, but they wanted that. So what I did was I tried to give my customer options. So when I gave my customer options and they saw that, okay, this guy, he tried to meet, what I wanted. At that point, they're like, and this is how much it costs? For sure. At that point, they end up taking it. So now, not only did you benefit your customer, but now you just benefited yourself. You just made the sale. The sale is all about the routine. You want to build a rapport. How you doing? Man, what brings you in? kick some jokes with them. Ask about the family. What you guys doing today? After that, then you want to switch over to, hey, all right, man, what brings you in today? What are you looking for? They're going to tell you. Listen. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to what they're saying. And when you put out what they ask for, don't worry about, oh, nah. Because listen, what you're doing is you're giving the service. So now, once when you're finding out, okay, this is what you want, boom, try to see if you can tweak it here, tweak it there. Then what you want to do is you want to roll it out to them. Once when you roll it out to them, you say, hey, look, I know you said you wanted this. This is what we got right here. This right here, you're saving some money. You're going to be saving X amount of money for over some years. Also, I know you said you didn't want to do this. So look, boom, you don't have to even do that. And also, for today, we got this. And it's only this. And some people, because at that point you met their needs, they're like, oh, damn. I can really get that? Then you got them. You got them. And that's how sales go. As you can see, I gave you a routine. I gave you a process of building a rapport, figuring out what they want, finding out how you can get it, rolling it out, and seeing if you can also dish a little bit more. Now, once when you get this, understand that it doesn't stop there. Now, you do this for every single fucking customer that comes in the door. The process doesn't change. And trust me, you're going to get way more fucking no's than you will ever get yes. But, like I said, it's all about the process. The process doesn't change, because when you change and you try to switch it up, you start to leave out certain things. You start to leave this out. You start to leave that out. This may not used to click for how you used to do it. But when you stay on a consistent path of doing something, then you start to see that, hey, even though this person might say no, I'ma still give it right to the next person. And that's gotta be your mindset every single time. You gotta learn also how to place value onto people's investments. You gotta think of this as an investment. Why are people coming to you to invest money? Why? They're investing their money for the experience. They're investing their money to see, what can I get out of this? Everybody loves the experience. If I can get you this for this price, I'll take it. Matter of fact, I'll take two. No diddy. But yeah, man, you just really have to lock in, find out your process, and then at that point, you gotta learn how to put it in your own way. Another thing too that I learned in a sales job is that you have to shadow. You gotta shadow some people. You gotta figure out. I want to tell you pretty much of how I pretty much got my job. I got my job. My son's mother's father helped me out, and what he told me was, hey, when you get into this business, I need you to go in and I need you to look at every single metric, and I need you to follow and then learn the person that's best for that metric and see what they're doing. And what I did was I took his advice. I got behind the person that was the head honcho. I got behind him. I learned his ropes. After that, what I had to learn was, was that his process wasn't my process. What he was doing may not have worked for me exactly, but when I find my own niche, then at that point, I find my own twist on it. And then now I put it in my own way. So that's what I did. You have to get behind the best, see how they're doing it, and then you have to put it into your own way of how you comprehend it and how you're going to roll it out. That's the way how you do it. You can't be a copycat and think that because they're doing it this way that you're gonna get it too. No, it doesn't work like that. It never does. It doesn't work like that. You have to find your own way on how you're going to get it. And so, right now, what I started to do when I ended up getting transferred to a different store, and at that point, I started to get around some of the top guys that was in the district. I started to get around those top guys, the guys that's going on these big events, the guys who are getting recognized, the guys who are doing this. And I will say it was very challenging. It's very challenging. Sometimes it can be discouraging because I can be a competitive person. You know, I can be a very competitive person. And what I want to do, I always wanted to be a student. I always wanted to be a student of the game. I was always that type of guy. I wanted to get around you. I wanted to see how you did it. And then I wanted to see if I can put it in my own way. I was always that type of guy. So now that I've gotten to this position and I've, pretty much met these guys, now I have put it in my own way and it's working for me. Literally it clicked. When I found my niche, when I found my pocket, it all clicked. And sometimes you're not guaranteed to have a good day, but it's all about just staying consistent. Think of it like the gym. Think about it. You go to the gym the first week, you go about 4 or 5 times. Your body's very sore. Then you go to the gym the next week, it's not really, the pump isn't there like it used to be. But then you go to the next day and the pump is there. You're like, oh yeah. And then the next day, you may get it again. May get a good workout in. Then the next day, because you're just showing up, it may not be there. But guess what? Because you're showing up, it's still giving you 1% closer to what you're trying to get to. And that's what Josh was trying to tell me. Bro, it's not about every single time coming in and straight, succeeding every single time. Because to be real with you, you're not going to succeed every single time. But it's the process. I didn't change up what I did yesterday of what I'm going to do tomorrow or today. And I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. So that's what he was talking about. When you get that in your mind, then you can start progressing as a person, a consistent, and a person with routine. So, like I said, man, get around those guys. All you guys who are, I don't even know what you guys are in. It really applies for every single thing. It applies for sports. It applies for the gym. It applies for your job. It applies for a lot of things. You can apply this logic to a lot of things. And the main thing is just showing up and not changing it. Don't change. Don't change it. Now, I'm not saying don't change it at all. Now, there are some things that, may not used to work how I used to work. So maybe you need to tweak it just a little tad. So that's what I'm saying. You got to learn how to adjust. You got to learn how to move also. That's the name of the game. So I want to hear what you guys are struggling with right now. What are you guys focusing on and trying to get better at? You know, like I said, the safe space is always a place where you guys can share what you guys got going on. I'm here. And also, if you guys just want to talk, I will also put my email where you guys can shoot me a message, man. Let's talk. Let's talk about what's going on. Let's see how I can possibly help you guys. And whatever that journey is, we can succeed together. We're a family, and that's just how it is. I want you, I want you guys to look at me as a friend, a brother, an uncle, whatever you gotta look at me as. I just want to help out because I know at some point that I didn't always have someone to, go to. Or I didn't feel comfortable going to these people. So guys, don't be scared to reach out. I'm all ears, man. So I appreciate you guys, and be on the look for the next video.